All right. Hello, everybody. Get this Thursday night live stream going. Just give it a few minutes here. Get everything set up. Let some people hop in. Decided to do a late night live stream. Kind of go over the market and everything that's going on at the moment. Alrighty. Let's see. Audio good. Stream's good. Oh, looks like we're looking good. If you're in here, go ahead and say hello in the chat. All right. Late night. We're doing a live stream going over the market, everything that's going on, doing some technical analysis right here on Bitcoin. And yeah, so let's start off with going over coin market cap, taking a look at all the coins going on. We had a day of red. Everything in crypto followed the stock market, even though I believe they have no correlation whatsoever. It's just people taking out their money at technical analysis levels where needed. And yeah, look at the change 24. We do have some in the green, especially ZRX, which we'll be covering today. Special reason for that and why it's up today. But yeah, looking at everything, Bitcoin sitting around close to 6,300. I believe it took a dip down to around 6,150 or so. Ethereum under $200, which is always surprising to me, but nevertheless, yeah, Stellar sitting around 21 cents. So one that I like to trade as well. Ethereum Classic down to 932. Wow, that's a beauty. Honestly, that's a great buy zone. Yeah, everything looking down, which to me is beautiful because that shows much opportunity. So let's go ahead and get this started and dive into Bitcoin and its technical analysis. So we're looking at the day chart right here on Bitfinex, and looking at this, it's sitting directly at my buy levels. We'll go ahead and switch this to a 4-hour chart, kind of look into it more. So looking at this on the 4-hour, it's just wonderful. It hit the RSI levels that I have my buys in between right here, between 30 all the way down to 21. Looks like the RSI on the 4-hour went to about 23, bounced up from that. And following the RSI, the price followed exactly the same, and we tripled bottom right here at 62.21 on Bitfinex. Yeah. So the greens, of course, are my buys, and this huge buy right here, if I zoom out, all the way down to 59.35, which was like absolute bottom pretty much in the past, all the way up to 62.05, where it went 62.23. Yeah, looking like a great buy opportunity, honestly. Is this the bottom for the time being? Yes. Is it the absolute bottom that we're going to see on Bitcoin until we rise past? Not completely sure on that, but what I do know is that there's plenty of opportunity right here. Plenty of opportunity. Looking at this, we can definitely expect a bounce. I'm expecting a bounce, at least up to these resistance levels between 64 and all the way up. You know, this break right here, I had definitely called it. My last live stream, I said that I was selling out right here at these levels. It was definitely, it took about a week. I could have stayed in the market a little longer for about a week, but on my last live stream, once we came up to about right here and we came down, I knew that we were gonna eventually come to hit this trend line and just continue down from there, a breakdown. In my last live stream, I said that I was gonna get out of the market and sit on the sideline, and sure enough, looks like we had a breakdown. Let's see a percentage on that one. Do a price range check. A 6% drop right there. And if you're taking it from the absolute top where I had my red sell set up right there, be a 7.5% drop. So definitely was expecting that. And any viewers that were watching, I hope that y'all acted on that and took trades and collected profits at those times. So if you did, congrats to you. Yeah, looking at this, we're looking at of course, a downtrend, but I definitely believe it to be bought up. These are definitely in the DCA levels, the dollar cost average levels to be getting into the market, I'd say. And even going in, 30% right here would not be a bad buy on Bitcoin. Of course, you know, dollar cost average is definitely a good thing to do. We're trying to make the most out of your capital. And we could continue further. The complete bottom that I got down, it'd be like 57.75, but honestly, I'm looking at opportunity and coming in and out of the market. And right now, I always pay attention to Bitcoin because Bitcoin leads the market, but I'm not fully trading Bitcoin. I am focused on other altcoins that we will go over. But you know, looking at this on the day chart, this breakdown was hopping in between these RSI levels, and as soon as it broke out and then continued through this, what I like to call like forming somewhat of a pennant on the RSI, as soon as it broke out and didn't continue past this trend line, come down for sure. So on the daily, I mean, it's looking fairly oversold. Same level as where we had this move up, but it definitely could continue more throughout the daily. But on the 4-hour chart, it's looking beautiful. It's looking so great on the 4-hour chart between the RSI and looking like a great buy. So pay attention that we did do a bounce already up from about 1.5%, almost 2, back here. So I'm looking at that Bitcoin leading, but my main focus is on my next coin, Golem, GNT. So this coin is really performing really well, honestly. We're looking at the 4-hour chart on this and doing a price range on this. It's having swings of, I believe, about 9% to like up to 20. Yeah, doing 22% right there. Let's see, 12% right there. And today it just went crazy today. Yeah, 17%. So they're just looking at these swings, could have easily caught 22, 12, and 17%. You know, looking at collecting around like 50% of your capital on Golem, which is really great. And on this one, I am paying attention to it on the Satoshi levels. looking at it on the Satoshi, I took a buy right here at 23.10, and so far I'm up. Let's see how far I'm up already. Up about 4%. I'm really big on taking profits, and I could collect that, but I'm honestly gonna see how Bitcoin responds and see if this can trail up to, you know, higher levels, reach to at least like around 16 cents or so before I think of taking profits. You know, looking at the RSI on this, definitely has some more room to grow, and it's doing these pretty big swings. Definitely has some good opportunity here to collect some capital. So that is probably the main altcoin that I'm trading right now is Golem. Really paying attention to this one because just the opportunity that it's giving in this volatility swings, you know, just from this level alone right here at the 2310 Satoshi level, it's bounced from there one time, two times. It went a little bit lower, but even if you didn't catch it at the low and you just caught it here at 2310 Satoshis, another 8%. It's doing these 8% swings that just from these levels are just easy to collect. And this one today went wild, you know, 17%, growing 17% of your Bitcoin stack. That's awesome. And then again from right here, 7%. So you can see it's doing this 8, 6, 8, 17. That was just wild. But again, 7%. Could we expect this to do, you know, up to 8 again? Around the 2500 Satoshi level? Maybe. That would add up with pattern, and that would honestly equal to about where my range is about 16 cents. 16 cents or so, about right there. But definitely trading this one. Thinking about taking profits between 16 cents all the way up to 18 cents. I'm looking at this at a, let me delete these percentages. Looking at this at a longer time frame and thinking that I could collect these small profits, or I could zoom out here. So we got their buy here at 23.10. I'm looking at this resistance over here from back in April, and it's looking like between like 2700 Satoshi level, which is ironic because it matches up with exactly where this ran up to, 2710, with the wick and the candle pretty much about 2700. So looking, you know, just trading those resistance levels, you can see where you could sell off your position and collect profits. But I'm looking to take this trade up to about, it could go all the way up to 2900 Satoshis, but I'm honestly looking between like 2800 and like 2850. So like 2845, we'll call it that. Go ahead and draw my sell line. Boom. Alright. So looking at this to collect trade on this, I'm expecting, yeah, about a 23% gains, Bitcoin wise, Satoshi levels. And what that will correlate to with how much I capitalize in my capital, I'm guessing between, let's see, I bought about 14, I believe it was 14.8. Trading this up to, so that'd be 27 Satoshis, 17 cents. You know, probably taking about a 10% all the way up to 10 to 20%, probably max 23% collecting on this trade. is what I'm looking at to do. But of course, you can't always hope for just 23%. So even just taking 10% be mighty fine with me. So we'll just have to continue watching this one and see how it performs. But yeah, definitely paying attention more to the Satoshi value, Golem compared to Bitcoin, and seeing how it reacts. So just following this one and letting it go from there. Yeah, so that's pretty much the only coin I'm really watching, taking a trade on. There are plenty of other opportunities with everything being, oversold. Tron, probably a good opportunity. IOTA, probably a good buy. Ethereum Classic for sure, probably great to get at these levels. Just across the board. You want to take your position when everything's in the red. You don't want to catch a falling knife. It's going to continue falling. That's why I always pay attention to Bitcoin and see how it's going to lead. But you don't really want to take a trade when it's already in the green. So like, say you come here to a 24-hour Bloom network up 16%. Oh, this one's going up. Wow, everything else is going down. I probably want to get into this. No, not really. It could continue up, but you probably missed the opportunity, and that's why you want to take, your positions when things are in the red. So instead of looking at what's in the green and going up, looking at what's in the red and seeing opportunity here, that's where you're going to make your most money. So yeah, Ethereum Classic for sure. Icon, ooh, Icon. I remember a viewer from our last live stream was an Icon, and told him to take profits around the $67 range, not $67, 67-cent range, and I hope he did. He collected those. I believe he made 12%, and if he did, hopefully he can get back in at these levels, because I believe that he really liked Icon. So hopefully that trade worked out for him. But yeah, that's the crypto market I'm looking at. Another outside the crypto market, one thing that I'm trading is Canopy Growth. This is it's a stock actually, and I wasn't too big on stocks because I like trading volatility, and stocks have some volatility, but not as much as crypto, of course. But this stock actually surprised me because it does have a lot of volatility, and the way that these swings are happening. This is a buy that I took right here at about $45. That swing that happened between like 2 days was a 10% swing, 11%. I believe I collected about 10% on that. Just from the RSI, trading that RSI right here, boom, hit my buy right there at the green and bounced up from there. Easy to see, just by trading the RSI and looking at these Fibonacci levels. Go ahead and pull this on the 4-hour chart for a little bit better data. Yeah, trading this between the 4-hour, you can see that it's getting back to these buy zone levels, so to dollar cost averaging. And I'm definitely paying attention to this stock, not only because the volatility on it is very nice to trade between like the 3-day to about 3-day periods to trade on it, but more importantly, I know that recreational cannabis is going to become legal in Canada in the next week. So this is actually a Canadian marijuana stock, and this company is one of the top ones that, from my understanding, so expecting good things for this. So it's honestly a good buy on its own, but a good trade as well. So yeah, those are the three that I'm paying attention to opportunity wise: Bitcoin, Golem, and Canopy Growth as a stock. And taking a look at one of the biggest performers today, ZRX. This one I believe did about 30% gains today. Let's take a look at it. I'll do a price range right now. From the bottom, about right here, all the way up to the candle, about 35%. To the wick and to the candle did about 25-26%. and that is because it was added to Coinbase. So taking a look at this article provided by CoinDesk, crypto exchange startup Coinbase is adding the ZRX protocol token to its professional trading platform, Coinbase Pro. Yeah, so ZRX got added to Coinbase, and yeah, 30% right there, showing got added to Coinbase today. And this is really big news because, from my understanding, this is the very first, Ethereum ERC20 token that is being added to Coinbase. So this starts a whole new pot being boiled right here, because this ERC20 token being added, which one will be next? And of course, as we always see, anything that gets added to Coinbase definitely has some kind of effect. With this one, if you didn't take this trade, I honestly I don't like trading hype that you already missed out on. I didn't take this trade. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was paying attention to Golem. But looking at this, it's definitely looking fairly overbought for the most part. I mean, it definitely could continue up, but to me, there's opportunity elsewhere, so I'm gonna take that. So yeah, look, Bitcoin is continuing up from these buys. Pumped $18 in this live stream so far. So just yeah, looking at that ZRX. It's pretty cool to see that I got added to Coinbase. First ERC20 token. Gonna be excited to see what's next. My bets are gonna be in Stellar, but that's all speculation. Yeah, things have one thing I always pay attention to is market cap right here. Money going in and out. Just trying to see what's next. I really think that Golem is a great opportunity right now to see. Let's see the story indicator on here. Oh, set up 2. So yeah, it's looking at fair levels. I definitely think that it can continue up. This is one that I'm gonna be on, even if you take these trades and let's see, collecting 4% here. That's honestly a good trade. It doesn't have to be collecting 30% each time. Collecting those 4% definitely add up. So might want to take a look at Golem and do some technical analysis on it if I was you. Yeah. See if we got any requests in the live streams, any coins that people want me to go over. Drinking some green tea. I was really hopeful that Bitcoin would break out of this trend line and go on a bull run. Do something like that. I was really hoping for that, but once I saw it, go to the day chart. Once I saw it break out this RSI and not continue, start the curve down, I knew that we weren't going to make it, at least not yet. So to me, I feel like we could continue down a little bit more, up, down, and I feel like we'll have a breakout. I don't think we're going to break down below this. I know a lot of other technical analysis people, such as like Tone Bays, he's been calling like 3K Bitcoin for the longest, and he's been calling that since I think back in March or something, probably even before that. And he's a great trader. He's definitely made, you know, lots of money trading, and props to him. He does some good technical analysis, but by just telling people, you know, Bitcoin's going to 3K, okay, it could, but in the meantime, 50% gains, 40% gains, 24% gains, 8% gains. So you can't just say that it's going down to 3K when it's not, at least not at the moment. It's good to keep people aware and alert like that, but you gotta trade this volatility because that's where the opportunity is. And even if it goes down to 3K, I'll still be trading Bitcoin. I'll be buying more, accumulating more, and just trading the volatility between 3K and 5K up to these support levels, which would then be resistance. But I honestly don't think it's going down there. I think that gaining at these levels, all in between here, dollar cost averaging, you know, taking a 1%, 5%, all the way up to 8% risk for a potential, just up to this trend line, 13, all the way up into even 30% gains, definitely something to look into. So I'm definitely going to be dollar cost averaging here. I do hold some Bitcoin long term that I've mined, so I will continue to hold that. But for the time being, I'm not buying in the Bitcoin as I am buying in the Golem right now because this is where I see opportunity. So gonna capitalize on that opportunity and hope for the best. So I hope all y'all the best. I hope that y'all make some good trades this week, today, right now, and make these gains. So doesn't look like we got any requests in the live chat, so I'll go ahead and end it here. So I hope everybody the best. You know, once again, you know, this isn't financial advice. This is just what I'm doing. So take that with a grain of salt. I do definitely recommend everybody to do their own technical analysis and, you know, just learn. It's just a learning process, as I'm learning every day doing these trades. So wish y'all the best and happy trading. Badoggy out.